Soul Garden.
Hello my captains, and welcome back to Soul Horoscopes Weekly Edition. I'm your host to the universe, Christopher Witecki. And this week, your free horoscope is sponsored by Soulmart.me, where we have the new 2012 Act 2 videos. These are available for immediate download now. You can purchase and download immediately. We send you an email. These cover April, May, and June. Getting deep, showing you the arcs of where the Capricorn tribe is going to be, talking about what's going to happen before your career moves forward. Bad news, career's not moving fully forward for 3 months. Find out why in Act 2. And come on down to soulgarden.me. We've got a whole community. Cameron is writing this awesome statement, who's a new writer here for us. I am Capricorn. Capricorns are all kind of standing on the edge of the cliff and kind of, reasserting, I'm noticing. There's a lot of discussion going on. Don't forget to come sign up and put a profile on there so we can get to you if shift hits the fan. Now, for the Capricorns, it's really about grounding thyself. With the sun in Aries, the goats are working on home, family, and foundation issues, and you're working really on self-nurturing, right? The emotional state of awareness, our emotions, needs a lot of hand-holding, needs a lot of nurturing. And if you want to be an artist, if you want to have your dreams come true, if you want your innermost creative, tender nature to be able to do things in the world, you have to be good at taking care of yourself. All right, and get good at it. Now, as we start the week on Monday, the sun will be ruled by Uranus, so there might be breakdowns. Something might go wrong at home. Something might go wrong with your emotions. Something might go wrong anywhere in your life, but what it's about is how you respond emotionally to whatever it is that's going wrong. The moon is still in Leo at that point, so you are hypersensitive to trust and intimacy issues, maybe even a little afraid of trusted issues, so that might be the setup for having to take care of yourself. But remember, emotional nurturing is the key. Mercury, remember, is in Pisces, so to some degree you're still rethinking, Mercury retrograde, rethinking about how you think. Some of this is still your entire approach to life, your entire attitude. What is your attitude when it comes to nurturing yourself? Are you calling yourself a baby, or are you being nice to yourself? It's that sort of thing Mercury retrograde calls for. On Tuesday, it's breakthrough day. It's the last day Mercury rules the day as it is retrograde, so you will probably get to the bottom of why you had a minor panic on Monday, why there was spiritual turbulence at the home. This also might be playing out literally at the home, like things going out like your furnace or air conditioning or stuff like that. But again, it's all to make you become aware of having to take care of yourself. You probably weren't taking care of the furnace, and then it stopped taking care of you. You are less vulnerable on Tuesday because the moon moves into Virgo, which does ground you in an earth sign. You might have a little bump in the giddy-up as the moon crosses over Mars. There might be a spike, a little aggressive spike. It's around what you thought you believed. If that's the case, you might have a little fear there. But remember, Mars retrograde means you are still rethinking and going back on what your belief structure is, or the one you will go with or act on. So that's okay. Remember, on Tuesdays we do have office hours, Tuesdays and Thursdays actually, at 11 a.m. Pacific time. We have actually here Chris Onefeather, one of our newest Soulmart practitioners. He does 15-minute readings at Soulmart, and Carolyn Nagel. But we'll get on webcam just like this, and we'll answer your questions live, or come in our chat room and hang out with us. It's our community service to the world, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 11. Then on Wednesday, the sun progresses and is ruled by Venus. That means it's time to kind of chill out. So hump day is really about balance day. So on Wednesday, we're kind of retaining our balance. Good news, Mercury is direct on Wednesday, so we start to get our faculties back. Our iPhones start to work. We have more bars if you're on AT&T. Is that possible? Just kidding. And these squares actually are issues of fear bubbling up thanks to Venus crossing the border into Gemini. Venus, remember, is where we're going to start to receive energy, right? Where we're kind of receiving, to some degree, investment, how we receive, etc. Venus moving into Gemini means it's time for you to start to listen to your body and receive in your moment and receive new lifestyle. instruction, etc. And at this time, you're going to be working out fears between changing your life, basically, and old thoughts, attitude issues. So that's being worked on with the retrograde. Also, at the same time, your fears of changing beliefs and whatnot, and how that affects your daily life. So maybe a little of fear coming up of how your daily life will be affected by your thoughts and your beliefs. That was hard to get out, but I finally did it. Then on Thursday, it is a day of logging into higher self. Neptune rules the day. God consciousness kind of pours in. It's definitely a meditation sort of day. It's a fantastic day to kind of figure things out. This might be the day, actually, with Neptune ruling, that you break those fears between your thoughts and between your life changing. So that's a nice opportunity. The moon is progressing now into Libra, shifting emotion into career and legacy issues on Thursday. And the moon is beginning to go full. That's what the full moon will be in 24 hours. But you're starting to feel emotion shift to legacy, control issues, maybe emotions around a particular decision. Sometimes it's just one decision, which represents legacy altogether or sets a standard for us as well. Now, for those of you that I watch over in the Guardian Agency, I'll be sending out a new feature in GA, which I call Past Life with Text. We go back to your natal chart and pull up what past life issues might be triggering you and little facts about past lives given the planets you have in this life. So look for your Past Life with Text this week. Then we move to Friday, finally Friday, and a full moon Friday, this particular moon. So it's a full moon Friday, full moon in Libra. Now, those of you new to Soul Garden, I will say it again, the full moon is actually a tug-of-war in the sky with the earth caught in the center. It's a tug-of-war in our life as well. What do you get full emotionally about? You get it about career, legacy. So you're very emotional about where is the life going? Where is the goat going? What is the meaning and purpose? Why are you here anyways? Okay? This is a big deal. You've been working on it for a long time. Like I said, Act 2 talks about this. You've still got about 60 days of processing, but you're starting to feel the tension now. And what it's in opposition to is how well you take care of yourself. At the end of the day, you've got to take care of yourself to have the career that you want. That is it. And the sun, which is what the universe wants us to focus on, is over here. So no matter what your worries are about career, it's still about taking care of yourself. And on Friday, we'll be making decisions. You'll be making decisions of how you're going to do that. You're also releasing emotion around career. Maybe releasing around baggage of failure. Maybe you're putting a lot of emotional expectation on yourself about your career and you need to chill out. Okay? Don't be so hard on yourself. And by the way, this is what it's like to work for you. Just saying. So emotionally, pay attention and release. Don't forget, we have SG Live on Friday with Carolyn Nagel and myself. You can really lighten up on the full moon. I'm kind of a funny guy, as it turns out. And we have an 11 a.m. show, Pacific time, with a chat room. So come on down, hang out. Let's just chill. We're talking about courage. We have Zodiac Director Bernadette Morgan as our guest right now, live from Europe, which is really cool technology too. Come check that out. Anyways, if you can't check it out, well, it is recorded. Then over the weekend, it's kind of a typical holiday weekend in the sense that the energy is very chill, very seduce you to sit around, go to church, eat ham. Seriously. But also we're starting to shift emotionally. The moon will move into Scorpio, so your feelings will leave the whole career legacy concern and move to friends, society, reputation issues. You'll be very social, so you're going to be good and social for the weekend. But what does begin to happen is this opposition begins. Where the moon left, the sun clicks in and will begin about a 10-day tug-of-war with Saturn retrograde, which means you'll be finding the balance between your career ambition and your home and family. And maybe you'll shave a bit off your career to make room for your home and family. And maybe you'll shave off excess home and family to make some room for your career. But you need to find balance. You got 10 days to get that in motion, and that really begins. We'll talk more about that next week more than anything. All right, Cappy, that's all I have for this week's 7-day forecast, but I'll see you in 7 more. Until then, live, love, be.